Today, I want to talk about something that I think probably every trader thinks about eventually. Should I quit? I saw a comment from a viewer the other day, and they said that they've been trading since 2021. And if they're not profitable by March of next year, that's it, they're done trading. I really felt this one, and I want to talk about it. When does it make sense to quit? Why are deadlines like that dangerous? And how can you stay in the game longer without burning out? No trade again today. Monday, Tuesday were no trade days for me this week because of the price action. Same thing today. Wednesday, Thursday, I think I kind of took subpar setups when really I probably should have had a full sit out week. So no trade, and I'm fine with that. The account's still fine. I'm still in the funded account. It's been a month in the same funded account, which is huge for me. And I'm looking forward to trading next week. Hopefully, I get some better price action. All right, so what I really wanted to talk about today is quitting trading. I know that, like, for me, after those really rough days, especially when I've been right on the edge of passing an account or close to getting a payout and then completely blown it, I've had those thoughts of maybe I'm never going to figure this out. Maybe I should just walk away now, cut my losses. I think that every trader hits that point where you wonder if it's even worth it anymore. I think the real question isn't if you'll feel like quitting, but more whether quitting is actually the right choice for you. All right, when should we quit? What are some valid reasons that you should quit trading? The first is if it's destroying your relationships. I know this is a big one for a lot of people. I did the video about, marriage and trading, and it's tough. It puts a lot of strain on relationships and it's hard to navigate. What I've learned from all the comments on that one and people who have got through that and are now profitable or are doing much better with their trading and it's not affecting their relationships is to not try to make your partner understand what you're going through with trading. Talk to other traders. It's been amazing for me having all of you to talk to in the comment section on here. So I would really strongly recommend don't try to talk to your spouse about trading. Keep it out of the relationship. This is advice I've got from you guys, and I think it's great. And I wish that I had implemented it sooner. Yeah, so talk with other traders, whether it's in the comment section on here or somewhere else. Don't try to talk to your spouse. Okay, next point, if it's wrecking your mental health, then it might be time for you to look at quitting trading or taking a break. Also, if you're financially reckless, if you can't cover the essentials because you've spent so much on trading or because you're blowing through those prop accounts and you just can't keep up financially with what it's costing you to trade. Some examples, if it's, for your relationships, if you're fighting with your spouse over money a lot, if you're hiding losses. I know hiding losses is a big one. I feel like I didn't directly hide losses from my husband, but on those really bad days, I would say, like, he would know it's a bad day, and I'd say I blew accounts. I bought resets, so I would say plural, and then when he would say, like, "How bad?" I would just say, like, "You don't wanna know." So I wouldn't give him the exact, like, whatever my worst day was there, like, "Oh, it was 8 resets," and, like, I don't know. I can't even remember how much money that day was, but I wouldn't tell him the exact number. He knew there were losses, but I was hiding how bad they were. As for the mental health, if you're feeling depressed or worthless, I mean, okay, sometimes I definitely have felt depressed and worthless after a trading day. I think the problem is if you are unable to get past that feeling, right? Like, so I think it's okay to feel that way for a few hours, but if that's continuing and you're feeling depressed and worthless all the time because of your trading, then it's a problem. And then you need to look at not trading anymore. Another thing is physical stress, symptoms of physical stress. So, headaches, insomnia, GI problems. I've had all of these from trading. I won't get into the GI problems, but the insomnia, when I first started and I was in that signals group, I was in a real money account. We put basically, well, all of our savings into this trading account. And the leader of the group constantly had us holding trades overnight. And that wrecked my sleep because I would wake up like 3 times in the night and go and check to see what's happening with the trade. Am I making money yet? Am I losing money? How bad is it? Um, yeah, so definitely I would just say, like, don't hold trades overnight unless your risk is really well managed and you're a swing trader and you know what you're doing. When you're starting out, don't hold trades overnight. It's not worth it. So I think it's just taking a step back and looking at if trading is pulling everything else in your life down, then it is okay for you to take some time and to maybe stop trading. I think that to give yourself a timeline, like to say, if I'm not profitable by January, then I quit. I think that's a trap. I and I mean, I'm sure when I read that comment, like I just remember it really hit me, and I probably sent a very lengthy reply on that one. Um, but I just like this idea of setting a date on it. I think it just is going to create so much additional pressure, and that could force bad trades and more tilt and heightened emotions and all these things that we're working really hard to get out of our trading so we can get out of our own way and become consistent and profitable. Um, Most people underestimate how long it takes. Um, I know I did. I thought I was going to make money right away trading, and obviously I didn't. Um, Apparently, 3 to 5 years is completely normal. I have, so now I'm just over 3 years into trading. I just started working on my discipline and really focusing on discipline in the past 8 months of this. I just started taking risk management seriously a couple weeks ago. I heard like 5 minutes of a podcast this morning. I think it was Ray Dalio was on it. And he said that pain plus reflection equals progress. And I thought, oh, that's really perfect for trading. I mean, I'm sure most things, but right away, obviously, I'm thinking trading. Um, so I started thinking, yes, okay, we are all aware of the pain involved in trading. But if we're not profitable yet, then it starts to become questioning, is there progress? So I would encourage you to look at where you've made progress in trading outside of financially. So what that looks like for me is way better discipline than before. I'm cutting it off at 1 trade a day. I'm actually managing my risk by only trading 2 micros. I'm way more patient. So those are huge areas of progress for me. I'm spending way less on prop firms. Someone said this the other day in the comments that he said like that by not buying evals every month, like by just getting into a couple accounts and then staying in those accounts, that he actually feels like he's making money now because of how little he's spending. And I completely agree with that. Just being in this same account for the last 2 months, I feel like I'm making money because I'm not spending. Another area that I've made progress is that I developed 3 of my own strategies just from what I observed in the price action on the NASDAQ around the New York Open every day. Some of you don't like my strategies. That's okay. I'm going to test them out and see what happens. And they have been back tested. They perform fine in back testing. So now it's just a matter of like actually testing them in the market. If they don't work, I will switch to a different strategy. Right now, I am focused on discipline and consistency and proving to myself that I can stick to a plan. Another area that I've made progress is in my patience. I'm way more patient than I was before. Um, I'm able to wait for my trade, and this week I had 3 days of not taking any trades. So that's huge progress for me. It's so far from where I want to be. I'm not perfect in any of these areas, but I have made a ton of progress. I also feel like I just have a better read on the market because I remember where I started and I just had no idea what was going on at any given time. Whereas now, like, I can kind of sit there and be like, okay, we're just in some consolidation, or it's in this bigger range, or, like I just have a much better grasp on what's actually happening in the market. So I wonder for you, if you wrote out your own list, where would you be able to find some progress that you've made in your trading? That's not monetary progress. I think the danger is probably when it feels like there's only pain in trading and no progress. Okay, so how do we stay in this thing long enough to actually get to the point where we are consistently profitable in our trading? First thing would be to size down when you are struggling. That's made such a huge difference for me, just switching to the 2 micros. I'm way more relaxed. My emotions are just, it's been great. That's all I'm going to say about that. Have a strict monthly budget. Figure out what you can afford to lose on trading and then stick to that. People in the comments have said they do this where it's like they have the budget, it's one eval a month, and if they blow that eval, that's it for the month. They're on sim for the rest of the month. I so wish that I had done this from the beginning. So I would strongly encourage everyone have a very strict budget on what you're okay losing on prop firm evals per month. And then also another one that I've had to learn the hard way is to take breaks during stressful life events. It's okay to take a week off from trading or a few weeks off from trading if there's some bigger thing going on in your life that's going to sort of cause you some emotional upheaval that will affect your trading and then cause more emotional upheaval. So just avoid that for yourself. And then I think another big one is to reframe your progress. So not just profits or progress, it's following your rules, discipline streaks. My best one, I think, is 12 days of like following all the rules and just one trade a day. Are you making fewer mistakes? Like that's another big area of progress. So also you can find tools that help you track your progress. Use worksheets, checklists, journals. And I really think it's a good idea at the start of each month or whenever you want to make it. You can make it quarterly if you want. You can make it weekly, daily. I don't care, but sit down and look at some areas where you've had some progress in your own trading. So you've set a goal to, I'll use an example, someone from the comments. She has a goal to hold her trades longer, to have larger profit targets on them, and not bail on her winners. So she's working hard. Her first goal is to be holding for 15 points on the NASDAQ. And a lot of days she's been doing really good at that. There have been a few days where she doesn't quite hold for the 15, but she is consistently holding for more than she was holding for before, which is huge progress. So look for little, that's not even a little goal. That's, I think, a pretty big goal. But look for goals that you can set in your trading and then measure that progress. So it's not always money. So it could be like, and even like, did I spend less money on prop firms? That could be a goal and that could be something that you measure. Or your moods. Are your moods more stable? Are you having less extreme lows on tilt days, less tilt days, less damaging tilt days? Like there's all kinds of areas where you can look to see if you're getting better in your trading because it's not just all money related. Quitting is permanent. Taking a break could be a smart way to take a step back from trading without quitting for good. I hate the idea of putting this much time and effort into something to quit. So for me, the goal is to find a way to keep doing it until I get it. Maybe that's stupid, but that's my plan. Um, but if you do feel like it has come to that point and it's affecting your life in other areas and it's just a source of negativity for you, then there's no shame in quitting. It's not going to be for everyone. Not everyone wants to fully go through this thing. So it is okay to quit. I just don't want you to give up too early. So if you are making progress and you do feel like you can keep going, then I say keep going. If you can manage your risk and protect your relationships and reflect on your progress, you don't need a deadline. You just need to give yourself some more time and, again, more patience. so sick of patience, but it keeps coming back to that. I don't know. Have you guys thought about quitting trading at all? I'd love to hear about that and what keeps you going. Where's your progress and what keeps you on the track and I guess like having the belief that you're going to make it. And again, just a reminder, there are those free resources for you. The link is in the description. Also, if you're looking for a new prop firm, I have my link for Take Profit Trader. I've been very happy with them so far. It's definitely been much better for my psychology not having that activation fee to pay when I pass. I don't know why those became such an issue for me, but they just did. So for me, it was really nice to not have that. That's all in the description. Thank you all for watching the video. I hope that you had a better trading week than I had. I had 3 no trade days, 2 small loss days, so I'm down, I think, $174 this week. So that alone is progress for me to have no trade days and 2 losers and only be down $174. So actually, I am grateful for that going into the weekend. Okay, I hope you all had an awesome week and you have a great weekend. And I just want to thank everyone again so much for all the encouragement and the support and for the likes and the comments. I really love your comments. And like I said, it's so exciting when I hear from people in other parts of the world are watching my videos and going through the same stuff. So shout out to the person in Germany who commented the other day. I love it. Okay, I'll see you guys back on Monday.